Top on ladies, my name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If, him, or should I say, welcome back to What If Deku joins the Red Lantern's Corps. So where we left off, Zuko gets its teleported back to his homeworld, or back to Mr. Flex thing, and Mr. Flex, or whatever his name is, I forget his name, he ends up, um, uh, he ends up congratulating Zuko on completing the test thing and training. So, yeah, Zuko was basically knows how it feels. As Supergirl walks up to him, or walks up to Zuko, and punched him right in the chest. And as or actually she did that to because she wanted to tell Zuko that so when she basically tells him that the Supergirl, Supergirl tells Zuko that she's in love with him, and she doesn't want anyone to steal him away from her. Like what Gwen and did, yeah. So then, yeah. So Zuko was says, "Ow, getting hit by a Kryptonian." No, by you, Supergirl, is like hitting. It's like me hitting the Thanos with a fist of energy blast. Yeah. So, at least I could regenerate. Oh. So then Mr. Flex just teleported everyone, but off screen, Mr. Flex actually did something that's useful, actually. He actually teleported the entire, hometown of Green Lanterns is Costa Rica thing or whatever to his domain. So, yeah. But they were unharmed and unconscious, so, yeah. So Zuko was pretty tough. So Zuko didn't notice that, this is just as Mr. Flex says, don't worry. I know that probably Green Lantern is probably upset that he thought everyone was killed. But I teleported them to make it look like hey? I'll tell Hal Jordan that you teleported, right? Yeah. But he'll probably be angry at me. And he did give Mr. Flex the Infinity Stones. And so, yeah, so he's not too upset. As Supergirl was still angry about how Gwen and just straight up tries to snatch her boyfriend from, yeah. As she thinks in her head of I'm so gonna kill her, or as Supergirl says that in her head. I'm so gonna kill Gwen and when I see her. So yeah. So they, as Mr. Thing, teleported Zuko and Supergirl home back to like what he promised. But as he tells Zuko that when you see the Hal Jordan, tell him that his city wasn't destroyed. I actually teleported it before. And I made a fake replica, like a doll version. Huh, sure. Okay? Good man. Or good kid. As Zuko teleports back with Dex and the Supergirl and Mr. Flick's thing. As Zuko flies back to, or so he flew to Oa, where a rampaging Hal Jordan was at. He's about to destroy. As Zuko whom shows up, and he stops Hal Jordan from, as Hal Jordan's like, is all upset. As I never seen you get this mad before. As he says, I'm gonna find those people that killed my home, and murder everybody. That sounds like, is that how I always do too? Yeah. As Zuko says, your home wasn't destroyed. Yes, it was. No, it wasn't, actually. Mr. Flicks switched it out. So that your home is your actual, like, home was actually in his dimension right now. As the Hal Jordan and was like, as he never expected. So, and yeah, Supergirl says he's not lying to you. No, that about that. He's actually speaking the truth. Oh. As Green Lantern, or whatever, calms himself down. Like he's now back to his regular self. And he didn't actually kill anybody. He's just, because Zuko shows up at the perfect time before her. So, yeah. So then the whole Zuko, like, is more reasonable now compared to, like, when they last met him. So, like, Zuko basically the name was like, yeah, or before he wanted to, like, kill anyone and that he wanted to, like, because of Red Lantern stuff. So he still is the same person, but he's much more intellect thing. As he feels like the being in the Marvel universe for that long was, for him, is like, it completely changed him from being like always has to constantly kill to like, all right, be heroes. Yeah, constantly fight. As Supergirl, who looks at Zuko's like, and she does notice that Zuko completely changed a lot on, but he still has rage, like anger issues, but that's calming him way down, like, or calmed him down a lot. So that he's more focused minded instead of like, I'm gonna kill somebody. Yeah. So yeah. Then the Mr. Flex, the guy, pops out of nowhere and he says, yeah, the boy's right. I did actually switch your hometown with a fake city. So that and it had a clones of the real people, but yeah. I'll switch it back. As he snaps his fingers, here. As the city came back, an actual city. As Green Lantern's like, sometimes I don't even understand you. Yeah. So then the Lanterns War is begun, and so Red Lanterns, Yellow Lanterns, and Larfleeze, the Orange Lanterns, went into battle. And with the purple and pink and the green and blue, as Zuko was confused. But Zuko was much more calmer, focused minded. As he stops the fight, he made the wall between them. As he says that violence doesn't solve every problem in the world. It creates more and more. Yeah. So, I forgot to mention, this is part 7, so, yeah. So, yeah, so Inko is now a pink lantern, I believe. I need to look that up, but maybe later. Because love, planet, basically power of love. Basically, Inko saw her own son again. And she knows that he still has a grudge against her, but through the years of him with, like, experience with Zuko, or with being in the Marvel's universe, he knows that when he gets scary, when he gets angry. And Zuko was basically separates the battles. Hills. As he says, there's no hints. As he blasts Blair's, because Blaze commanded him to, as he says that there's multiple things wrong with, as he literally stopped the war of all lanterns and turns as kindness from, he wasn't truly like a red lantern. So when he used his power, he sent everyone back to their home worlds, like their own planets. And it's as Zuko was not very fond of having constant war. And then one of the most powerfulest entities of the lanterns came around and starts trying to take on Zuko, but Zuko slaughtered them. Like killing them one by one by one. By two by two by two. Yeah. Zuko was mad. But he's in more of control of his own anger. He doesn't allow anyone to basically get into his way. As his own mother came out of nowhere. His mother does care about him. As she apologizes to him that the things turn out this way. So, yeah. So Zuko accepts her apology, as he was still a little bit holding a little bit of a grudge against her because of what, yeah. So, that was weird. So, yeah. So Zuko accepts Inko because Inko and Zuko. So, now, DC Comics things, like so Zuko ends up going to so he's dating Supergirl, but this time Supergirl finally confessed her true feelings for him. And yeah. So, yeah. Sorry. So Zuko is quite tough. So he has, like, now a normal wife that is a Kryptonian. So, yeah, Kara, basically was, so, sometimes, as Zuko asks Supergirl, why is she, like, upset at, because usually she thinks about something, but he asks, and she says, that girl from that Marvel's universe, her really ticked me off. Because, is it because she was, like, dating me? Yes. Yeah. I was trying to gain their trust, but I ended up dating one of them. Am I really scary that, yeah. And as he tells, or as he tells Batman that he, am I really scares anyone? As Batman looks at him, no, but you could scare anyone because of your Red Lantern. Yeah. So, he's glad that he's home on his world. And he did tell his mother about, like, the whole trip that he went to. As Inko was like, man, you really did have it took you that long to, like, to gain someone's trust, but then you end up dating them instead? Yeah, that's kind of, yeah. As Lex Luthor's like, okay, who's the man in charge of it? That's what I really want to know. As Lex Luthor says, is to Zuko, well, there's this company that's called Stark's, and it's kind of like they focus on more of a military thing. Tony Stark is basically a genius, but he made his own suit of armor. Wow. So yeah. So now, because of Zuko hangs out with. But somehow, Marvel's Gwen, or like, actually, Tony Stark sets up a new system to have, or to call the DC universe. Basically, like, where Zuko was at. Because Zuko, so everybody's like, I'm glad to hear your voice, Zuko. We're all glad. Yeah. And tell Gwen that the Supergirl really wants to, like, yeah. Or actually, let's say Gwen ends up creating a machine that actually works, and she wanted to hear Zuko's voice. And she actually had the kids, her own kids, and because the Void, or Ravenclaw, whatever, I still call him that, because he changed it to, like, some other, like, the Void of Ravenclaw, whatever. So, yeah, I still say that. So, Gwen visits with Zuko, and yeah, it was like because the Ravenclaw, what if, didn't tell you that during the time skip in one of the episodes that Zuko actually Gwen, not Gwenpool, but Gwen ends up having her own children with Zuko. So and she wanted to, like, visit with Zuko through communication. And she's glad that she meets Zuko. And so, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. So this is going to be the end of the What If. Please leave a like, share, subscribe, comment, and have a good night or day. Depends on the time zones. Peace.